The gym was alive with energy, a symphony of exertion and ambition. Every corner pulsed with the focused intensity of individuals chasing their personal bests. The air crackled with unspoken goals, the collective drive to transform and overcome. The clank of weights provided a rhythmic beat, a percussive soundtrack to the drama unfolding. Each repetition, each set, a testament to the relentless pursuit of physical excellence. It was the sound of iron meeting iron, muscle fibers tearing and rebuilding, the very essence of strength being forged. The drive to push harder was palpable, hanging heavy in the air like the scent of sweat and determination. Alex, a young athlete, was on his final set, his muscles screaming in protest. He was pushing his limits, striving for that extra rep, that marginal gain that could make all the difference. His face was a mask of concentration, every fiber of his being focused on the task at hand. He was determined to impress his coach, a figure of authority and inspiration. The coach's gaze was a silent motivator, a reminder of the expectations and the potential that lay within. Alex wanted to prove his dedication, his willingness to endure, his unwavering commitment to the team, ignoring a deep burning pain in his thighs, a warning signal his body was desperately trying to send. He dismissed it as mere discomfort, the inevitable consequence of hard work. He told himself it was a sign he was pushing hard enough, that he was on the verge of a breakthrough. He pushed through, convinced pain was the price of greatness, a necessary sacrifice on the altar of athletic achievement. He believed that true champions were those who could withstand the most suffering, who could override their body's natural defenses and emerge victorious. Suddenly, his legs buckled, the weight becoming unbearable. The pain intensified, a searing agony that shot through his entire lower body. His muscles had reached their breaking point, their capacity for exertion completely exhausted. He collapsed, gasping for air, the barbell crashing to the floor with a deafening clang. The world spun around him, his vision blurring as his body went into shock. He felt a wave of nausea wash over him, a primal fear gripping his heart. He was disoriented and in agony, unable to comprehend what had just happened. The pain was unlike anything he had ever experienced, a deep, throbbing ache that radiated from his thighs to his core. He felt helpless and vulnerable, his body betraying him in the most unexpected way. His teammates rushed over, their faces etched with concern and alarm. They quickly assessed the situation, realizing that this was more than just a simple muscle cramp. They knew something was seriously wrong. But this wasn't normal exhaustion, the kind that comes after a grueling workout. This was something far more sinister, a sign that his body was in serious distress. The color had drained from his face, and his breathing was shallow and rapid. Alex's pain was excruciating, his speech slurred, his thoughts becoming increasingly muddled. He struggled to articulate what he was feeling, his words failing him in his moment of need. He felt a growing sense of panic, a fear that he was losing control, and his legs swollen and weak, unable to support his weight. The swelling was alarming, a clear indication of severe muscle damage. He could barely feel his feet, a disturbing sensation that sent shivers down his spine. The coach called for help, his voice urgent and filled with concern. He knew that time was of the essence, that Alex needed immediate medical attention. He relayed the symptoms to the emergency dispatcher, hoping they would understand the severity of the situation. Hours later, Alex's urine turned dark brown, a disturbing and unmistakable sign. It was a clear indication that his muscles were breaking down, releasing harmful substances into his bloodstream. This was a critical symptom that could not be ignored. A clear sign something was seriously wrong, a red flag that demanded immediate investigation. The doctors knew they had to act quickly to prevent further damage and potentially life-threatening complications. At the hospital, doctors diagnosed him with exertional rhabdomyolysis, a condition he had never even heard of. The diagnosis was a shock, a stark realization that his pursuit of fitness had taken a dangerous turn. His muscles had broken down, flooding his bloodstream with toxins, threatening his kidneys and other vital organs. The doctors explained the severity of the condition, emphasizing the importance of immediate treatment to prevent long-term damage. His quest for strength had become a life-threatening emergency, a harsh lesson in the importance of listening to his body. He realized that his ambition had blinded him to the warning signs, leading him down a path of self-destruction. This isn't rare, a fact that makes it all the more alarming. Rhabdomyolysis is a more common occurrence than many people realize, particularly among athletes and individuals engaging in intense physical activity. It happens in gyms, often when individuals push themselves too hard, too soon, without proper preparation or guidance. The pressure to achieve results can sometimes override common sense and lead to dangerous consequences. On sports fields where athletes are driven to excel and compete at the highest level, the competitive environment can sometimes foster a culture of pushing through pain, even when it's detrimental to their health. And in military training where recruits are subjected to extreme physical demands in order to prepare them for the rigors of combat, the emphasis on endurance and resilience can sometimes lead to overexertion and injury. When the culture of push through the pain goes too far, when the pursuit of physical excellence becomes an obsession that overrides common sense and self-preservation, it's a dangerous mindset that can have devastating consequences. The line between challenging your body and damaging it is thin, often blurred by ambition and the desire to achieve results. It requires a delicate balance of pushing your limits while respecting your body's signals. Understanding rhabdomyolysis isn't about fearing exercise, it's not about avoiding physical activity altogether. It's about educating yourself, recognizing the risks, and taking precautions to protect your health. It's about training smart and listening to your body, paying attention to the warning signs and knowing when to back off. It's about prioritizing your health and well-being over the pursuit of short-term gains. True strength is knowing when to push, when to challenge yourself and strive for improvement. It's about pushing your limits in a safe and sustainable way without compromising your health. And when to stop, when to recognize the warning signs and prioritize recovery. It's about understanding that rest and recuperation are just as important as hard work, and that neglecting them can lead to serious consequences. Rhabdomyolysis. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Let's break down this complex-sounding word to understand what it really means. We'll dissect it piece by piece, revealing the underlying process that makes this condition so critical. Rhabdo refers to striated muscle. These are the muscles attached to your bones, responsible for all your voluntary movements. Think of your biceps, your quads, the muscles that allow you to walk, run, and lift. Myo, as you might guess, simply means muscle. It's the common root used in many medical terms related to muscles, so we're already narrowing down the focus to something involving muscle tissue. And lysis signifies breakdown, the disintegration or destruction of cells. This is the crucial part, indicating that something is being broken down at a cellular level. So, putting it all together, rhabdomyolysis is the catastrophic breakdown of muscle tissue. It's not just a minor injury, it's a significant event where muscle cells are severely damaged. Normally, exercise causes tiny, microscopic muscle tears. These are a natural part of building strength. Your body repairs these tears, making the muscle fibers stronger and more resilient over time. But with rhabdomyolysis, the damage is massive, far beyond what your body can handle through its normal repair processes. It's an overwhelming assault on your muscle tissue. In this condition, muscle cells burst open, spilling their contents into your bloodstream. This includes various proteins, enzymes, and electrolytes that are normally contained within the cell. Imagine a dam bursting instead of a slow leak. The sudden surge of water overwhelms the surrounding area, causing widespread damage. That's similar to what happens in your body during rhabdomyolysis. This flood releases proteins, most notably myoglobin, which is responsible for carrying oxygen within muscle cells. It also releases enzymes like creatine kinase, or CK, which is an important indicator of muscle damage. Elevated CK levels in the blood are a key diagnostic marker for rhabdomyolysis, plus electrolytes such as potassium and phosphate, which are crucial for maintaining proper cellular function and nerve signaling. Inside the cell, these substances play vital roles in energy production, muscle contraction, and maintaining the cell's internal environment. But, in your blood, at these elevated levels, they're toxic. They can disrupt normal bodily functions and cause significant harm to your organs. Your body simply can't handle this sudden overload of intracellular contents in the bloodstream. It's like a system being pushed beyond its breaking point. This leads to dangerous complications, potentially affecting the kidneys, heart, and other vital organs. It can quickly escalate into a serious health crisis. While extreme exercise, especially when not properly conditioned, is a common cause of rhabdomyolysis, it's not the only culprit. Rhabdo can also result from crush injuries where muscles are directly compressed and damaged, such as in car accidents or building collapses. Severe burns can also trigger rhabdomyolysis, as the heat damages muscle tissue and causes cell breakdown. Infections, particularly those affecting the muscles directly, can lead to inflammation and muscle cell destruction. or certain drugs including some cholesterol-lowering medications and antipsychotics, can have rhabdomyolysis as a rare but serious side effect. The key underlying factor is rapid, severe muscle damage, regardless of what initially caused that damage. No matter the cause, the consequences of this muscle breakdown can be devastating if left untreated. Understanding this process is crucial for recognizing the signs and symptoms of rhabdomyolysis and seeking prompt medical attention. It turns a localized muscle injury into a full-body crisis, impacting multiple organ systems and potentially leading to long-term health problems. That's why rhabdomyolysis is such a serious medical condition, requiring immediate diagnosis and treatment to prevent life-threatening complications. The biggest threat from rhabdomyolysis is myoglobin, a protein that, when released in bulk, becomes toxic to your kidneys. Your kidneys filter waste from your blood, but myoglobin clogs and damages their delicate filters. This can cause kidney failure, sometimes permanently. One telltale sign: dark cola-colored urine, your body's warning that your kidneys are overwhelmed. If untreated, this can lead to acute kidney injury or even lifelong dialysis. But the danger doesn't stop there. Damaged muscles also release potassium, which can spike in your blood. High potassium disrupts your heart's rhythm, risking cardiac arrest. So a muscle injury can quickly become a threat to your heart and your life. Rhabdomyolysis is a systemic emergency, not just a muscle problem. Recognizing the signs early can save your kidneys and your life. We all know the ache of a tough workout, delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS. DOMS is a dull, manageable ache that fades with time and signals progress. Rhabdomyolysis pain is different. It's sharp, severe, and doesn't improve with rest. Swelling, muscle weakness, and an inability to move the limb are red flags. The most alarming sign: dark, tea-colored urine. Rhabdo also brings systemic symptoms: nausea, vomiting, confusion, rapid heartbeat, and feeling seriously ill. DOMS makes you sore, Rhabdo makes you sick. Pay attention to pain quality, swelling, and any signs of illness. If you notice these symptoms, especially dark urine, it's an emergency. Don't ignore your body's SOS, stop and seek help. Knowing the difference can protect you from disaster. Listen to your body, not just your training plan. Suspect rhabdomyolysis? Act fast. Your response can save a life. First, stop all activity immediately. Don't try to push through or stretch it out. Rest is critical to prevent further muscle damage. Next, start hydrating. Drink water or an electrolyte beverage steadily. In the hospital, IV fluids are the main treatment to flush toxins and protect your kidneys. While waiting for help, keep sipping fluids. Most importantly, seek emergency medical care right away. Call 911 or get to the ER if you have severe pain, swelling, weakness, or dark urine. Tell medical staff what you were doing and how intense it was. Blood and urine tests will confirm the diagnosis. Early aggressive treatment is key to recovery. Remember, stop, hydrate, get help. Quick action turns a crisis into a comeback. The best way to beat rhabdomyolysis, to truly conquer it and keep it at bay? Prevent it in the first place. Prevention is always better than cure, especially when dealing with a condition as serious as Rhabdo. Use the SAFER protocol, a simple yet effective blueprint for minimizing your risk. Slow progression, acclimatize and hydrate, fitness not punishment, ease back in, rest and recover. These are the cornerstones of a safe and effective training regimen. Start new workouts gradually, especially if you're new to exercise or trying a different type of activity. Don't jump into high intensity or volume too quickly. Rhabdo often strikes when people push themselves too hard, too fast. Give your muscles and body time to adapt to the increased demands. Adaptation is key to building resilience and preventing injury. Acclimatize to heat, particularly if you're exercising in hot or humid conditions, and hydrate consistently before, during, and after exercise to maintain optimal bodily function. Monitor your urine color as a simple way to gauge your hydration levels. Aim for pale yellow. This indicates you're adequately hydrated. Darker urine suggests you need to drink more fluids. Avoid punishment workouts. Exercise should never be used as a form of self-inflicted penalty. Fitness should build you up, making you stronger and healthier, not break you down and leave you vulnerable. Ease back into training gradually after illness or any significant time off to allow your body to readjust. Prioritize rest and recovery as essential components of your training plan. Sleep is when your body repairs muscle damage and restores energy reserves. Overtraining without adequate rest is a surefire path to trouble. It's a recipe for injury, illness, and yes, even rhabdomyolysis. Prevention isn't about avoiding hard work or shying away from challenging workouts. It's about working smart, listening to your body, and making informed decisions. Coaches and athletes alike must understand and implement these principles. They should embrace gradual progress, prioritize recovery, and foster a culture of safety. Safer isn't just a short-term fix, it keeps you strong and healthy for the long haul, allowing you to enjoy a lifetime of fitness. Remember, Rhabdo is preventable with the right approach, with knowledge, and with a commitment to your well-being. Make smart training your default, your go-to strategy, your unwavering commitment. Your future self, reaping the rewards of your wise choices, will thank you immensely. Stay safer, stay strong, and stay healthy. Beyond safer, use practical tools to reduce your risk. Hydration is key. Track your fluid intake, especially in the heat. Weigh yourself before and after workouts. Replace every pound lost with 16-24 ounces of fluid. Use water bottles with measurement markings for accuracy. Wearable tech like heart rate monitors gives real-time feedback. If your heart rate stays high, back off. Modify workouts to match your fitness level. There's no shame in scaling down. Coaches should encourage modifications and proper form. Focus on technique over speed or weight to avoid injury. Use periodization, alternate hard days, moderate days, and easy days for recovery and adaptation. Smart training isn't about avoiding effort, it's about being strategic. These tools help you train hard but safely. Make them part of your routine. Anyone can get rhabdomyolysis, but some are at higher risk. Sickle cell trait increases risk, especially during intense exertion or heat. Military personnel, firefighters, and ultra-endurance athletes face higher danger due to extreme conditions. Certain medications like statins and substances like alcohol or stimulants can raise your risk. Both beginners and elite athletes are vulnerable. Untrained muscles or sudden increases in intensity are common triggers. Know your personal risk factors and adjust your training accordingly. Awareness is your best defense. Train smart no matter your background. Rhabdomyolysis is a cautionary tale, not a reason to avoid exercise. The future of fitness is about training smart, not just hard. Respect your body, listen to its signals, and use science to guide your workouts. Hydration, progression, and recovery are your allies. Coaches and trainers must foster a culture of safety and education. Celebrate consistency and good form, not just personal records. Exercise is powerful medicine. Use it wisely. With knowledge and smart habits, you can push your limits safely. Embrace the journey of sustainable fitness. Train smart, live strong.